Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we will learn how to send automated rejection emails to applicants from Google Sheets automatically. So the idea is that if a new data row or if a new data is added in Google Sheets of the applicants, an email will be sent to the applicants via Gmail. But the issue here is there is actually no integration between Google Sheets and Gmail. So therefore, we will be using an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Google Sheets and Gmail. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is a person without any technical background can perform this integration very easily. Now before I show you the steps, how about we begin with a real-time example.
Okay, so this is my Google Sheet. Now the idea is that I'm going to enter a new row containing the details of an applicant. I'm going to enter the name, email, profile as well as the status. So basically the status will be rejected. The same applicant will be getting the rejection email from me. So let me just perform the experiment. We have a guy called as 𝗵𝗆. And this is the email profile of 𝗵𝗆, email address of 𝗵𝗆. And the profile, she was a developer. Okay. And the status is rejected. Okay. So let's have a look. Did 𝗵𝗆 with this email address has received a rejection email from me? So I'm just going to take you to the email profile of 𝗵𝗆, and as you can see, this is the email from me and it has been titled application feedback. So this is the email. Dear 𝗵𝗆, thank you for taking the time to meet our team as a role of developer at ABC Software Export, and the rest of the details that she is rejected. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to send the data from Google Sheets to Gmail? So basically here we are using an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Google Sheets and Gmail. Now before I show you the steps, how about I show you a small perspective how this integration is going to work? Okay, so this is how the integration is going to work. So basically in the first step, what you're going to do here is you're going to integrate Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Now this can be done by copying the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect and pasting it into Google Sheets. Now in the second step, you are going to collect the data from Google Sheets in Pabbly Connect. So basically we will do a test submission in Google Sheet and the same data will be collected in Pabbly Connect. Now we have the third step. So you're going to send the data that you have collected from Google Sheets into Gmail. Now we will compose an email and after that we will send that email to the rejected applicant. So after this integration is built, we will have a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets and Gmail. So all you have to do is just sit back and relax, because whenever a new data row is entered in Google Sheets, it will automatically send an email via Gmail. Awesome. Okay, so to begin the process, in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, Pabbly.com, pabbly.com. Now you obviously have a question, why the hell are we working in incognito mode? Well, the answer is very simple. If you are working with Google Sheets and have multiple Gmail accounts, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. Otherwise, there will be problem of authentication. Okay, so this is the website, pabbly.com. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. Here you can build your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already built an account, so that is why I have been directed to the app section of Pabbly. So this is the part, connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. I'm going to give the name Google Sheets to Gmail. Of course, you can give any name according to your choice. And let me just straight away click on create. So when you click on create, you will find 2 windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. Now we want to send the data from Google Sheets. Okay, Google Sheets it is. So I'm just selecting the app as Google Sheets. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new spreadsheet row? Essentially, the idea is that we are just trying to integrate Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect first. So let me just build a new Google Sheet. The idea is that I want to show you everything from scratch. So that is why I'm going to create a new Google Sheet for you. And let me just add a blank. Okay. So I'm just going to copy these columns because I'm actually very lazy to manually type all of them. Okay. So let me just paste it here. So we have the columns name, email, profile as well as the status. So this is the name of the company, Starlinks. Okay. So this is the name of the company, Starlinks, and the Google Sheet has been also 𝗪𝗪𝗆𝗍 applicants. That would do much justice. 𝗪𝗪𝗆𝗍 applicants. Okay, so we have 𝗪𝗪𝗆𝗍 applicant status, columns like name, email, profile, and status. So we are going to integrate this Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect. So to begin the integration process, first just click on add-ons. So when you click on add-ons, you will find an add-on called as Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now Pabbly Connect webhooks is an add-on that I have installed in my Google Sheet. Now since you're beginning fresh, you will have to install Pabbly Connect webhooks in your Google Sheet also. So that is why you have to click on get add-ons. So when you click on get add-ons, you will find Google Workspace Marketplace in front of you. In the search, just type Pabbly Connect webhooks. This one. Okay, so as you can see, Pabbly Connect webhook is already installed in my system. All you have to do is just click on this button and Pabbly Connect webhooks will be installed in your Google Sheet also. Now after installing Pabbly Connect webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat this again. After installing Pabbly Connect webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. So I'm cancelling this. Going back to add-ons, I'm assuming that you have installed Pabbly Connect webhooks and also refresh your Google Sheet. Just click on initial setup. Okay, so this is the window of initial setup. Now before I tell you about this window, there is something I have to tell you. As you can see, column D is our last data entry column. Okay, column D is our last data entry column. So this is something that you have to remember. Click on initial setup. And here we have two fields, the webhook URL as well as the trigger column. So I have to enter the webhook URL. So this is the webhook URL. I have just copied it and I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Now we have to mention the trigger column. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. In our case, the last data entry column is column D. So I have mentioned the trigger column as column D. And straight away just click on submit. Okay, so we have integrated this Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect. Essentially, this means that anytime this data is filled in this particular Google Sheet, it will send this data to Pabbly Connect. Now there's a minor thing that we have to do. Go back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect webhooks, just click on send on event. So it will ensure that anytime column D is filled, doesn't matter which row it is, it will keep on sending the data to Pabbly Connect. And Pabbly Connect is waiting for the data. Awesome. So let us do the experiment. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to open a new email. Okay, so this is a new email profile of a guy called as 𝗪𝗪𝗯𝗃. So I'm just going to copy the email address. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is we are going to enter some details. So the name of the guy is 𝗪𝗪𝗯𝗃. And this is the email address of 𝗪𝗪𝗯𝗃. Okay, awesome. Then the profile, he was a developer. He applied as a developer. The status is rejected. Unfortunate, but he is rejected. So column D, that is the last data entry column, has been filled. So let's have a look whether Pabbly Connect has captured this detail or not. Yes, we have 𝗪𝗪𝗯𝗃, that's the name. We have the email address 𝗪𝗪𝗃663@gmail.com. Okay, we have the same email address. We have the profile as developer. Okay, that's awesome. And the status, that is rejected. Also, we have the row index as 2. This is because this is row index 2. That is row number 2. So now using these details, we are going to send an email to 𝗪𝗪𝗯𝗃 that his application has been rejected. Okay, so before we do that, we actually have to make sure that we only send emails to those person whose status has been rejected. For instance, if I mention the status as okay or not rejected, if the status as accepted or okay, the email won't be sent. A very different email will be sent. So at present, I just want to send an email mentioning that their applicants has been rejected only if the status in column D is rejected. So that is why I'm going to apply filter. So let me just go to this action window and let me just add filter. Filter by Pabbly. Okay, this is the one. Now we have to make a statement. The statement will be if the status is rejected, only then we will be sending the email. So that is why if the status is rejected contains this word rejected, then only the email should be sent. Okay, so imagine this, if the status was shown as accepted, which is not equal to rejected, the email won't be sent. The data flow will eventually stop. So when I click on save and send test request, it will definitely show as the condition is true or the status is success. Excellent. Now what we're going to do here is, now that we have applied the condition that the email should be sent to only those applicants whose status has been rejected, let's start creating an email. So that is why we are going to add Gmail, okay, because we will be constructing at the same time sending an email via Gmail. Now in the action event, how about we make it as send an email? Just simply click on connect. We are going with a new connection, just click on connect with Gmail. Okay, so this is the account with which I will be sending the email. Okay, so now Pabbly Connect wants access to my Google account. So before I press continue, let me just remind you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press continue. Authorization successful. Brilliant. So we have a set of fields. The purpose of these fields is very simple. We are going to compose an email from the data that we have received from Google Sheets via Pabbly Connect. Now we have the recipient name. We just click here and we just add the name, that is 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗧𝗃. If you want to know where this data came from, the data came from here, 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗃. So we have mapped the name. Then we have the email address. So this is the email address. We have mapped it. The sender name, I'm going with, what was the name? Starlink. So this is the name of the company, a dummy company. Okay, Starlink. What was the name? Applicants. Oh, okay. Let's go with Starlink only. Okay, Starlink. And this is the sender email address. This is my email address through which I will be sending the email. Okay, that's done. Then reply to email address, which can be ignored. The email subject is, let's go with application feedback. Feedback. Okay, now we are going to work on the email content. So I'm just going to add some details here, okay, because if we just start mapping, it will take a significant amount of time. So I'm just going to copy this particular detail. Okay, so let me just copy that particular detail. Okay, so this is the content that we want. I'm just going to copy this. I could have typed a very different set of details, but this is also fine. Okay, I'm just copying this and pasting it here. Now I'm just going to remove the name of the person that we have sent earlier, and instead of that, I'm just going to map the name of this person, 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗃𝗃. Dear 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗃𝗃, thank you for taking out the time to meet our team about the role of and developer. Okay, so let me just remove this. Okay, and here I'm just going to add or map the profile developer at APC Software Export. Now the company has changed, that is Starlink. Okay, Starlink. It was a pleasure to learn more about your skills and all those things. We appreciate. And once again, let me just remove ABC Export and let me just add Starlink. Okay, so I think our content is ready. Okay, regards HR. So at this point, to send this email to 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗃𝗃, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response is a positive one. So let's have a look. Do we have an email at 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗃𝗃's email address? Yes, dear 𝘃𝙗𝘃𝗃𝗃, thank you for taking the time to meet with our team as developer at Starlink and so and so. And this is the title. I mean, basically the subject, that is application feedback. And this is from Starlink. Excellent. So the presence of this particular email confirms that we have a successful integration between Google Sheets as well as Gmail. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me just minimize this action window. Let me just minimize this action window. And of course, let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. And then you have established a filter. The filter will send the data only when the status is rejected. Awesome. Then after that, you have added the integration of Gmail as well as Pabbly Connect to send an email when the application status is rejected. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets and Gmail. Now the interesting thing is, once you create a workflow that has integrated Google Sheets and Gmail, all you have to do is just sit back and relax, because whenever a new data is added in Google Sheets, it will automatically send an Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect in real time. Awesome. So not just these two apps, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, please contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect as well as the workflow is available in the description box. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.